next up we have fire signs. So this is for you if you are a Leo, if you're an Aries, or if you're a Sagittarius. And this can be your sun sign, or it can also be your rising sign. Now this is super interesting, this reading for you. It's kind of like there's a shift to be made for you. I can really feel this. So at the moment, what I can feel is the energy that you're currently moving forward with and doing things with is this kind of pushing energy. And so this might be whether you are trying to attract in the most ideal relationship right now, or success, or career promotion, or business success, more financial abundance, whatever it is that you're kind of working towards right now. It feels like you're doing it with this like pushing, forcing energy. Like forcing might be a bit extreme, but it's that kind of like real masculine energy ultimately of like pushing forward with something. And there is a time and a place for that energy, so there is nothing wrong with it. Celebrating that. However, it feels like for you right now, it's like there's another way for you to do this. And I can feel that it's almost like there's a new way of doing things for you that you can tap into, that will bring you into such alignment that those opportunities and the right people and the right situations just come to you. It's like right now you're kind of doing things in a masculine way instead of aligning and allowing energy to start working its magic for you. So what it feels like is this is a time for you to almost not necessarily step back and stop doing things, but reassess how you're doing things. It doesn't feel like what you're doing is out of alignment. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like how you're doing it could be tweaked into a way that is so much more in alignment for you. It feels like there's another way of doing things, basically. So let's say, for example, you are a business owner, or you have a business, and right now you're doing marketing. It might be that, like at the moment, you're trying to use Instagram, let's say. It might be that Instagram isn't in alignment for you. It's just everyone's told you to do it that way. And actually, if you do it in a way that is in alignment for you, so that might be a different platform, it might be a different way of using Instagram, it might be a different way of posting, it might be a different way of sharing information. Like there's a tweak there for you. And when you make that tweak, you're going to be so much more in alignment with yourself. And your energy is going to be so much more magnetic to what it is that you're working towards. It's like there's a little tweak somewhere for you. And like I said, it doesn't feel like what you're doing is wrong or out of alignment, what you're aiming for. It feels like how you're doing it. That's what it feels like. And so this is a great time right now for you to reassess ultimately like what it is that you're working towards and how you're doing that. Like what are your methods? You know, like how are you doing all the things you're doing? And is everything you're doing in pure alignment with you? Like, has it come from you? Has it come from inspiration at some point? Has it come from like your intuition, or has it come from someone else telling you that's how you do things? Has it come from that's just how everyone else does it? Like, it feels like this is meant to come from within you. So some of the things that were coming through from my spirit guides here to share for you were like, you don't need to push. You don't need to do more or harder. And it's all within you already. Like, trust yourself and your intuition. And so it's like when you shift how you're doing things, it's like you let go of this pushing energy and this energy of like doing more and like forcing, and you step into flow and alignment, right? Like when you're in alignment, things just happen for you. Things just happen for you. The right people, the right situations just come up, the right opportunities. It happens for you when you're in alignment. And alignment affects everything from what you're doing, how you're being, the energy you're holding, how you're doing things. Like everything can be made into more of an aligned way for you. And this is like what the guys are asking me to share here, is it's like, go within, trust your intuition. You know how you're meant to do it. You know what would feel good right now, and that's kind of your light and your like guiding star, is what feels good, what feels exciting, what feels like it's come from you, what's come from your intuition. And trust that intuition, and trust that you don't need to do things by pushing, you don't need to do things by forcing. Energy is working whether you're kind of working with it or not. So it's already there, it's already doing its thing. So you might as well start utilizing it, you know, and start working with alignment, and start working with how you can have more flow in your life, how you can have things coming to you easier, because I promise they can. When you're in alignment, things just flow. And you've probably experienced that at some point in your life, you know, maybe not with what you're doing right now, maybe in different areas, but you would have experienced this at one point in your life where you were like, wow, I'm insanely supported right now. Like everything I want or need is just happening for me. That's how alignment feels. And it's like right now, this is your opportunity to really find that alignment with what you're doing. And the other thing that came through as well here to share was to let go of what's no longer working. So this really is a time for you to take that assessment of everything you're doing, what's not working, as in what doesn't feel good anymore, like what's not getting results, what's no longer lighting you up, and really tune inwards into. And a great question to ask yourself is, if I didn't know how anyone else did it, how would I want to do it? And just ask that question, go within, tune in, meditate, spend time on your own for a bit, and just really get that clarity of what your alignment is for you, because it feels like right now there is another way, and it's not pushing, it's not forcing, it's just alignment. It feels like there's a whole different way for you, and it's going to feel really, really good. So I love this message. As you know, anything to do with energy supporting someone brings me joy, but I think this is a really beautiful message. So yeah, let me know how this feels for you in the comments.